Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, it's going to be a match between Maru and Rogue out of Stay at Homestory Cup. Bottom right-hand corner, it is a Red Zerg player, it is Rogue. And in the top left, it is Maru, our blue Terran player. Have we cast a Maru game recently? I don't think we have. So that's one of the reasons that I chose this replay. Alright, man, it's going to be a proxy out of Maru. Oh boy, here we go. Proxying against Rogue. Not too close to Rogue. Not close enough to be scouted by Overlord anyway. There we go. Barracks 1, Barracks 2 coming down as soon as under 50 minerals are collected. And there it is. Maru, a very, very dangerous proxy player against a hatch first Zerg, which Rogue is today. Oh boy. Alright, we'll see how this works out. Overlord, again, Overlords do not go this deep into Terran territory. They assume the proxy is going to be shallower. I mean, Maru is coming up right on the edge of this, right? Look how close this Overlord is. Is close, but not close enough. And that's exactly what Maru knows. He knows the Overlords are going to scout. They're not going to come this far around. Hold up. Are you kidding me? Rogue? You make me look like a liar. He can't. He can't. C'est pas possible. No. No. Oh! Right at the edge. Right at the edge of his vision. Right before he was going to turn to the right and head up this way and never see what's happening down here. He catches the barracks. Insane. Well, I mean, the response at this point is pull some drones, make sure a bunker never gets down. 6 lings are on the way, but are they going to be here in time is the question of the day. No, obviously not. Rogue sending his drones down. If you go hatch first against a proxy, you have to pull drones. You're going to lose mining time, you're going to lose drones, but you can't let this snowball out of control. If you do, you're a dead man. Maru's too good. If you let him get 4 to 5 to 6 drones up, or Marines up here, that bunker's not finishing. It's so close, though. It is so close to finishing, and that's it, man. I think Maru has to go home. Now, here's the thing about this, right? You may say to yourself, oh, that totally sucks. Maru's going to lose the game now. Nope. Not how that works. Maru, I've seen him at least 3 or 4 times have proxies get shut down hard by Zerg. He just floats his barracks back home, he expands, and he calls it a day. Like, he's not worried about it. That's why proxies are so good. Proxy is a kind of cheese that's not an auto loss when you fail with it. Most cheese, and I feel like the definition of cheese should include if your strategy fails and you lose the game, it's cheese, right? But, yeah, man. High ground. I feel like the Lings can do more here if they're not engaging on the high ground, which is why they're maybe trying to go around here, but you can't. At least not the easy way. You have to go all the way up here and then down this way, and bad times had by all. Alright, so this is a 4K cast with Falcon Paladin. I'm here 5 times a week. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm just trying to grow my channel out here for StarCraft 2. I have a 50,000 subscriber channel out on YouTube for Brood War. It was originally a StarCraft 2 channel, then Brood War entirely took it over and made it its own. So I'm here doing StarCraft 2 on this channel now, separate from the Brood War stuff. I'm here 5 times a week. I've been casting since 2015. I mean, that's 6 years now, which is pretty good. And I do live casting for professional StarCraft events for Africa World as well, with players like Maru, Rogue, Innovation, Sterile, Stats, Solar, stuff like that. So if you're interested in that, I'll put a link to that in the description if you want to know. Third base coming up from Rogue. He's like, fine, whatever. The Lings are home. Speed's almost done. I mean, the good news is Reaper's not really an option. Is that even a good news? I don't know. Yeah, look, Maru. At this point, would you be like, ah, yes, Maru clearly failed a really aggressive attempt at killing Rogue early? Nah, not really. Look at this. He's got a lot of barracks. Starting to pump medevacs would be my guess here off of the starport. Factory making dem marines, and the Lings have speed now, which means what do they want to do? Somebody worked on those rocks. I have to imagine they were the Zerglings. I don't think Maru had any time to work on rocks here today. Look at this, checking for more proxies, I'd assume, or maybe going for a sneak attack. Over down this way, we've got 3 Marines very stoically hanging out. What the heck is killing drones? Oh my gosh, a Hellion drop? Okay. Alright, Maru can absolutely win this game now. 13 drones killed. The Lings were away. Now they're like, well, we better get something done. So they're going to kill all these Marines for sure. Hang on. One of them made it home. That's good news. Gonna kill a couple supply depots. Gonna try to supply block Maru into next week, which he can do technically. There's a siege tank. Oh, there's a siege tank on the high ground now. That was a really tiny window. Rogue flooding Lings. Oh boy! Rogue's doing the Falcon Paladin strategy in ZVT, where he just flood Lings until everything works out, or doesn't work out. The end. Generally how that happens. Man, Rogue's in trouble. In fairness, that was an amazing Hellion drop out of Maru. It was great. 1 medevac, 4 Hellions. Doesn't take a lot to set up. Doesn't take a long time to set up either. Oh, it's 37 to 37 workers right now. I mean, this is exactly what Maru wanted here. I mean, he wanted to win, right? With the fast barrack stuff, proxy stuff. But if he can force a ton of Zerglings out of Rogue, that can't really accomplish a ton. That should be drones and be basically even on worker count here at 6 minutes. Maru's fine with this. He's happy as a clam, happy as a Terran. And Maru's moving out. I mean, this is... I've said this before. It's been a while since I've said it, but I really honestly do feel like proxy barracks should be like an 80% of the time play from Terran. As long as they can recover like this, and recover just fine like this, and win games anyway after that fails, why not? Right? If that Overlord doesn't scout it, you might win. You might have a better chance at winning. If the Overlord does scout it, then you're still at a decent spot. I mean, look at this. He's got Stim. He's attacking into this third base without a care in the world. I mean, there's a lot of Zerglings in all fairness. Ah, that tank positioning is so good, too. Beautiful. Oh, Ling's on the backside trying to pick off some reinforcements, but there were Hellions in the mix, so that's harder to do. 7 Mutalisks on the way. Rogue is a player who loves his mutas. He does not take care of them as though they were his own children, but he loves them. Oh, pickup. Beautiful pickup. Beautiful pickup. Ling's getting that beautiful surround. Got Zerglings over here from Rogue. He's like, I gotta slow down the reinforcement line coming across here. He's doing a pretty good job of it, I would say. Alright, so the mutas are present. The tanks firing are a major problem. 16 kills on that one siege tank. Maru is just a menace. He's a menace to Zergs that he plays. Queen gets focused down. The mutas are here. And now suddenly everybody has to go home. The tanks die. The mutas are the heroes of the moment. And good stuff. 10 mutas. One of them got killed there. Maru's got to pull back because the muta attack is out. The medevacs are praying they get home before the mutas burn them alive. And, oh, reinforcing Marines do come down the ramp very bravely to protect the medevac pilots. With whom, it's a symbiotic relationship, man. Medevacs keep the Marines alive. The Marines keep the medevacs alive sometimes. Of course, the medevacs would not be in dangerous situations if the Marines didn't exist, but still. They help each other, is what I'm trying to say. Alright, third base is landing for Maru. This is where the Zerg really needs a fourth, and it can feel fairly tenuous to do so. But at this point, I mean, where Maru is on the back foot, right? Where he is not super happy about what's going on. This is pretty good stuff, man. Oh, Ling's rolling in. Trying to finish off. Oh my gosh, they're going to get a tank. Got a tank. Very nicely done. Medevacs just chasing. Now they're the aggressors, right? Allowing the Marines to come into battle. Chase them down. Ooh, that was a scary little attempt there out of the mutas, but they got it taken care of. So, Rogue did some damage. He killed a couple SCVs. He's killed a total of 5 now, which, whatever. 67 to 63 total workers. The mutas trying to get those medevacs. Again, the muta control by Rogue is usually very good, but it's just not at the level... He doesn't put the attention into it like a player as Cyril does, right? As a player like Cyril does. Finally, fourth base coming in here from Rogue. He's really really heavy on the Mutts here. Another medevac down, another one almost down. The Mutas being a menace to Terran society right now. Marine count getting a little bit heavy, and the positioning is pretty good for Maru. Rogue doesn't quite like what he's seeing. He will heal up with the tissue regeneration ability of the Mutalisks, which is awesome. You can see that health bar filling up real fast, getting into green, maybe faster than Terrans will appreciate. Muta's going after a refinery. Again, once the army shows up, you get out. There's no reason to stay there and lose 4 Mutalisks because you wanted to kill a refinery. Although if you want to come back in and kill the refinery without losing any Mutalisks, that's totally fine too. 4th base here from Rogue. This is turning into a pretty good match. Gotta say, I mean, it started fast. That's a lot of fun. Muta's trying to make a supply block, but nope. Good repair on the supply depot there. Resources lost. 4,900 for Rogue and 3,572 for the Maru. Thor production is on the way. Mutalisks flying, flipping and flapping their wings. Gotta have that Thor production. Drilling claws on the way too. As yes, absolutely going to be important. Ooh, is that a Ling run by? Widow Mines are going to be important here against these Mutas. Against especially somebody like Rogue, where he will just fly Mutas around a little bit carelessly. He just takes more risks, you know? Yeah, you can't take down that command center when there's a Thor there. You kind of have to stack up your Mutas to do it. Love this base coming in from Rogue, though. And yeah, Maru's got a 4th base, 5th base at the 6 o'clock from Rogue. The Mutas are just buying time. They are. Upgrades are coming up back home from Rogue. Maru doesn't feel like he can leave the house. He's going to get +1 vehicle attack denied. That's a great, great play. The Muta's just darting back in. And sure, we'll kill a few more SCVs. There's a turret here, so what? Again, we're not getting greedy. We're not trying to kill all of the SCVs because we know the Marines are hot on our tails. But just pulling back, healing up, and the damage done here. He's just trying to get back even in this game. Double expanding right now. Go ahead and take about this 2 o'clock position. The 6 o'clock is still coming up here from Rogue. The creep is not connecting over here yet, and there's no advance warning for an attack coming down there, so I worry about that base. For the Zerg player. This Muta control, though. It's so good. He's only lost 5 Mutalisks today. He's got 21. I worry about the next couple minutes for these Mutalisks, though. I really worry they're going to catch a Widow Mine to the face. That does happen to Rogue from time to time. But, you know, not that time. He really needs to push the creep out this left way as fast as he can. He does have a Ling for a bit of an advance warning, which is really probably all he needs right now, but having creep is so much better. The extra speed you get heading out there. The Zerg, or the Terran player, hates the creep. Oh, hang on. Are these... Oh, the Mutas are trapped! The Mutas are trapped! Oh no, Rogue's overextended. But you know what? Rogue says, if you're going to put all of your attention on these Mutas up north, I'm going to send some units down around the bottom side, because you probably don't have many defensive units down there. Wait, what happened to the defense? What happened to this? Oh, missile turret down. Here comes the Baneling Bomb. Dude, is Rogue going to win this game after losing like 15 drones to that Hellion attack? It sure seems like he's got a good chance to. Planetary down. Maru on the right side does snipe a hatch at the same time. Okay, this is turning into an intense situation. Another hatch down. That's where Maru went. He was sniping 2 hatches from Rogue. Awesome stuff. Oh, Maru, you're so dangerous. Thor probably down. Yeah, Thor definitely down. These guys are spreading Widow Mines. Oh my gosh. The connections. Are there enough Marines to stay alive down here? No, absolutely not. Everybody gets wiped out. The medevac goes down too. Rogue took his hits in the form of both those bases dying, but he just killed a lot of army value for Maru. And an entire base of his too, which he's replanting with a new command center that's already at 50% health, injured. So that's not great. I feel like Rogue could send up a few Banelings to maybe finish that one off. He's hunting around up the north side. Mutas don't want to engage with that one at all. Drones, I don't know. I don't know what those drones are doing. The Mutas, be careful, Mutas. I worry about you, Mutas. Going after add-ons is a beautiful choice because they're very weak and they're very important to the Terran. Taking out, again, if you're a Zerg player with mutas flying around inside the Terran base and you're worried that the Marines are going to show up, all you need to do, honestly, is go after add-ons. Go after reactors, go after tech labs, because they suck to rebuild. They can take a while, and they're very low on HP. As we can see, they're only about 400 HP on these reactors. It slows down Marine production. It's beautimous. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing to behold with these Mutalisks. All right, so Rogue, 184 to 177 supply. The income here is barely favoring Rogue. Not great if you're a Rogue fanboy right now. Coming down the left side, Maru. He's at 120 army supply. Baneling's not really in a position to explode here, unfortunately. And another hatch is gonna go down. Fair enough. Another hatch going down. Overlord exploding. Widowmine's doing some friendly fire splash damage there as well. And they got this hatch. They simultaneously killed the 6 o'clock. So, I mean, these Banelings, though. Like, we were this close to greatness, is what they're saying. No Banelings in the mix whatsoever, which is not great. The Baneling count is actually, it's 25. Where are they? Banelings? I know he's morphing a lot now, but where are the ones that already exist? Oh, over here. Fair enough. Fair enough. Maru just launching an attack here. Okay, Muta's coming to the bottom side. Baneling's getting really decent connections here. Nice. Oh. Too much Terran, though. That might be the beginning of the end, ladies and gentlemen. Another big wave of Banelings, though. Rogue's macro is unparalleled. Is he going to have enough, though? You know, picking off a couple of Marauders is nice. He's making 58 more Zerglings. That hatchery dies. These Banelings coming in, getting some, again, decent hits. Wow. The Mutas are trying to fight here against the small number of Marines that exist, but Marines with 3-3, there is no small number of Marines with 3-3, and that's your GG. Maru is your winner in 17 minutes and 3 seconds. That did not feel that did not feel like a long game, but that was a lot of action. Holy smokes, that was great. So Maru wins for your Terran fanboys. He's just a monster. What more can you say? 26,800 resources lost for Rogue, 18,500 resources lost for Maru. And Rogue's finishing army was 1 Mutalisk and 6 Banelings and 21 Zerglings. Again, you know, with full upgrades. Wait, hold on a second. 2-2. Rogue, you need 3-3. Okay, maybe that was a problem. Maybe that was a problem. But wow, that was an excellent, excellent ZVT. Man, I love these two players so much. So much. Anytime I can get a Rogue Maru, I'm going to throw it up on the channel. So again, this was not a 25 or 30 minute game, but it definitely could feel like it was. How many Ultralisks died? Only 2. Wasn't able to get a whole lot of them out there. Losing those bases really hurt a lot. And yeah, remember this game? Maru got completely shut down on a proxy barracks attempt and just floated his barracks back home, and he was fine. Of course, he did get a lot of damage done with that Hellion drop inside the main base for Rogue. So I mean, we're not gonna say he didn't do anything. Because yeah, it's just Maru, man. Only lost 2 Thors. I'm kind of surprised by that. Of course, he only had 3 at the end of the game, so he didn't go like Mass Thor or anything. Medevac countdown is only 3. That's pretty good considering there were a lot of Mutalisks flying around, and 31 Mutas died. I mean, that's Rogue for you. He will lose those Mutalisks. The question is, can he lose them in good trades against a Terran player and win the game anyway, which he's been able to do before, but not in this particular match. 5 hatcheries killed in 17 minutes is also awesome. That's basically 1 hatch every 5 minutes, which on Clockwork is pretty fantastic. So good stuff. Great job by Maru. Just everywhere. Just expanding like a Madman 2, absorbing hits, right? Absorbing the damage, losing that planetary, not worrying about it. Having Mutas inside his main base and his third base at his natural base and not having anything to deal with it but ground stuff, and it didn't matter. He wins. So fantastic. That right there is gonna be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a fantastic match. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.